What's up YouTube? It's your boy Langley, the one and only. We've got another Crypto Raider video for you today. The top 5 things to know before purchasing your first Raider. Let's get into it. Now before we get started, I do want to mention that I stream Monday, Wednesday, and every other Friday over on Twitch. I stream Crypto Raider content, Axie Infinity content, and many other games. Check out all my social media handles here. There's also a link in the details of this video. With that said, let's hop into the content. The top 5 things, in my opinion, that you need to know before you buy your first Raider. The first thing to know before purchasing your first Raider is the difference between the generations. You can see it here in the FAQ channel of the Crypto Raider Discord. And really, it goes hand in hand with how much Aurum you can earn per generation. You can see here that each generation gets bonuses. Generation 1 gets a 30%, Generation 2 gets 25%, Generation 3 will get 20%, Generation 4, 15%, Generation 5, 10%, Generation 6, 5%, and so on. I do not believe we are going to see play and earn 100% implemented till probably Generation 5, maybe Generation 6, but Generation 6 is 2 months away, and I think they're going to have play and earn out at least by the end of February. But, you know, things could change, or, you know, we're not 100% sure when play and earn is going to come out. So this is just something to consider when purchasing your first Raider, the generation and the value of it. If you go over here and you're looking at OpenSea, you can see we're currently at Generation 4 right now at the recording of this video. You know, you can see the floor price right now. Generation 4 is 0.1. If you go over here and you filter by generations, let's go ahead and take a look at the floor price for Generation 1. And we can see that the floor price for Generation 1s is 0.468. Now this is something I've talked about with a few people, but I'm not 100% convinced that the value that Generation 1s offer right now do not outweigh the cost that they currently are on OpenSea. Now this could change, and you know, depending on how play and earn develops, maybe that 30% bonus is really going to be a big deal. There's another benefit of generations, and that is a cheaper recruiting cost. If I go over to the announcements page here in the Discord, here's the discounts that actually happened for Generation 3 going to Generation 4. Generation 3s were able to recruit at 2,500 Aurum. Generation 2s were able to recruit at 2,375. Generation 1s were able to recruit at 2,250. Now, we're currently at Generation 4. Are these prices going to change once we are starting to move to Generation 5? We don't know 100%. We don't know what the cost is going to be for Generation 4 to recruit to Generation 5 yet. At the time of you watching this video, a lot of this could have changed, and maybe I've posted a new video. I'm just telling you right now, from my point of view, the discounts that you get for Generation 1 or Generation 2, Generation 3 for recruitment, and the generation benefits when earning Aurum in the play and earn mode, I just don't think they outweigh the cost of a high pricey Generation 1, which is about, again, floor of 0.468. Now, Generation 1s are collectibles, guys. You know, they are the OGs of the Crypto Raider universe. I do want to own a Generation 1, but I have goals for, you know, my operation, which includes a big guild for scholars, basically, for guildmates. And buying a generation just uses up too much capital for me to be able to have a big guild. The second thing you need to know before purchasing your first Raider is the difference between the races. What is the value between an orc, a cyborg, or fairy? What are the differences? Why buy one? Well, if you're looking at the Discord here in the FAQ channel again, you can see the 11 different characters that are currently in the Crypto Raider universe. By the time you watch this video, there may be more, and I've probably made another video that is similar to this. But right now there are only 11. That is the John, Mike, Old Man, Tammy, Blue Elf, White Elf, Orc, Cyborg, Dark Elf, Fairy, and Skeleton. All right. There are no benefits for these races within the game itself. None whatsoever. Your character is not stronger if it's an orc or if it's a human. Okay. But that said, they are rare, they are collectibles, and that's the difference here is, you know, the humans, if we're looking at OpenSea right now, guys, there's 26,000 humans in the market, but there are only 1,666 orcs, and there are only 562 dark elves. So it's really just down to a rarity base. Now, when you do have a rare race, you do have a higher chance of recruiting a rare race. looking at the floor prices at the time of recording this video on January 20th, 2022. We can take a look at this real quick. I'll zoom in so you can see this. Floor price of a Generation 4 Orc is 0.198. We can scroll down a little bit. Let's see, Cyborg is the next one we see, 0.429, and then we got some skeletons here at 0.49. Some fairies at 0.6. So let's take a quick look at Dark Elves Generation 1s real fast, just to see what these prices are for a rare Generation 1, the rarest in the universe, right? So we got Dark Elves. Blue Elf, why are you selected? Let's select you off. There's only 562 Dark Elves in the universe, right? So there's probably not many Generation 1 Dark Elves. The floor price right now, guys, is 5 ETH, right? And we just took a look at generations and their differences. So right now, I mean, there's no benefit of a Dark Elf in the game in terms of the game mechanics. They just look really awesome. But is it worth 5 ETH? For me, it's not. But that is for you to decide before you purchase your first raider. Third thing to know before buying your first raider is the value of gear, the levels of a raider, the spells, what the meta is, and the stats allocation of a raider. You're probably going to have to do a little bit of research in the Discord or maybe the wiki page of Crypto Raiders just to understand a little bit about this. There is also a website called the Recruit Raiders, recruitraiders.com, and they do have a meta floors here for gear, the meta gear that's currently in the game. This website is usually updated weekly, at least at the time of this video. You can come here and take a glance really fast and see what the floor prices are for some of the gear. But I would 100% go over to the Discord. You take a look at this, but go over to the Discord, get into the discussion channels, get into the theory crafting channel, into the marketplace channel, and just see what people are pricing gear at and levels of raiders. Ask questions, do your research just to understand what the current meta is in regards to stat allocation, the gear itself, what people are playing. You can check all this in OpenSea, guys. If you click on a raider here really fast, you can see what gear it has here. You can go into the boosts and you can take a look at what stats have been allocated. Something you want to be aware of is, are the stats all over the place? If I click on this raider, let's see if we can find one. If we can look at boosts, these guys are all strength here. You want to make sure that the stats allocation is following the current meta that's going on within the game at the time of your research. But you just want to check this. You also want to make sure that you refresh the metadata before you actually purchase the raider, just to make sure it gives you the most up-to-date look at what the raider is. And if you do that and you refresh it here, it may change what the stats allocation are. OpenSea does not update this stuff automatically, so you want to make sure you do that before you purchase your raider. This is one of the steps that people forget and don't do in terms of doing their research on the actual values of the raiders, their levels, their gear, the value of the gear, the value of the stat allocation, etc. Something I didn't mention was the value of levels, and this is really dependent upon you. Do you have time to level a raider up from level 1 all the way to level 7, 8, whatever level is currently available in the game? That is up to you. That's dependent upon your time frame. How competitive are you trying to get right off the bat? Are you trying to build a guild, etc.? So for me, I kind of enjoy leveling the raider from level 1 all the way up and building kind of a relationship with that raider. But for you, it may be different. You may want to jump to level 7 or 8 real fast, and you just need to kind of, see what that value is for you and how much you're willing to pay for that. The fourth thing to know before purchasing your first raider is, has the raider been used to recruit another raider? At the time of recording this video, they have actually set a time limit for recruiting raiders. That limit currently is at 28 days. So if you were to purchase this raider and someone has already recruited a Generation 4 raider, Generation 5 raider, whatever it may be at the time you watch this, if they've already recruited with the raider, you're not going to be able to recruit if that was your plan right after buying the raider. If you want to check this, it's really easy, and I'm going to leave a link for this in the details of this video. But there's a website on Polyscan that you'll go to, and once you go to this website, it's going to bring you to a page that kind of looks like this, right? You're going to scroll down to ID 19 right here, 18 and 19, next raider recruit generation and next recruit time. And all you're going to do is you're going to put a Raider ID here in these boxes, and it's going to tell you exactly what you want to know. So what we're going to do, we're going to come down here to the details of the Raider, find the token ID, copy that, go here to Raider 18, paste it, and hit query. It's going to tell us that the next generation is going to be generation 5. That means it's already recruited at generation 4. All right. If we want to find out how much time it has left, you're going to paste that ID in that box again, hit query, and it's going to tell you how much time in seconds. All right. 171,000 or 1,713,230 seconds left until the next recruiting is available. There's 86,400 seconds in a day, right? So all you have to do is take the number that they give you, so 1.7 million, or 1,713,230, and divide it by 86,400, and this will tell you how many days until you can recruit with it. 19 and a half days, right? So this recruiter can recruit again in 19 and a half days. So that kind of gives you an idea of how long you need to wait before you can recruit with this Raider again. Now this isn't extremely important, especially if you're not looking to recruit Raiders right away with the Raider you're about to buy, but it's just something to be aware of as you're comparing Raiders and which one you want to buy. Finally, the fifth thing you need to know before purchasing your first Raider is your goal with crypto Raiders. When talking about goals with crypto Raiders, really there's 3 bullet points that come to mind. First is, are you trying to establish a guild? Are you trying to gain the benefits of having a guild and building up a team of people to play your Raiders and earn extra Aurum that way? 2, are you trying to be competitive? Are you trying to get into the esport realm and trying to win tournaments? Finally, is your only goal to just have passive income? And if you are, there's some great options with crypto Raiders. But these are 3 things you need to consider before purchasing your first Raider. If you don't set goals, you can't have a clear path towards where you want to get to. Now, when I think about these goals, especially when considering the establishment of a guild, if I'm trying to build a guild and I have a certain budget that I've got to stay under, right? Buying a Generation 1 rare race Raider, it doesn't make any sense. You're going to use up all your capital in purchasing that Raider. But let's say, for example, that I did not want to establish a guild, right? I wanted to have a Raider that was very valuable, would hold its value, and people would, love seeing, right? And I wanted to be competitive with it, right? So in that case, I may take all my capital and put it into a Generation 1 rare Raider. A Raider that's going to hold its value. It's going to increase in value likely. And when I get to the finals and tournaments, people are going to be like, oh, that awesome Dark Elf or that awesome Fairy, right? So, those are 2 things to consider when you're looking into purchasing your first Raider. Finally, when it comes to looking at passive income, there are 2 ways you can go about this. You can buy a mob, which right now the only way to earn with a mob is in this dungeon, your mob has to kill a Raider in order to earn Aurum. But that is a passive way that you can earn within crypto Raiders. The second option is just going on quests. You can send your Raider on a quest. They earn some resources. You can take those resources and just sell them on the market for a certain amount of money, and you can earn passively that way. And if you're trying to do it that way, you're probably going to just want to buy as many cheap Raiders, as many floor Raiders as you can, because the more Raiders you have, the more you can send out for quests for more passive income. And that same thought goes into if you're trying to establish a guild. You're probably going to just want to go to OpenSea and sweep the floor Raiders. The cheapest Raiders you can find, buy them all. Doesn't matter really what gear they have, doesn't matter what level they are. You're just trying to build a guild, and in order to do that, to build a big guild, you need as many Raiders as you can. Currently, at the recording of this video, we do not know the benefits of establishing guild. We know there are going to be benefits, but we don't know exactly what those benefits will be. Are you going to earn more Aurum with them? Are you going to have like attack power bonuses or health bonuses? We don't have any finite details regarding that. There are going to be benefits in having a guild, and that's just something you need to consider as you're looking to jump in to crypto Raiders. And that's it. The 5 things I believe you need to know when purchasing your first Raider. Differences between the generations, differences between the races of the Raiders, the value of the gear, the stats of the Raider, the current meta within the game, and how much time you value your time in regards to leveling up a Raider. Has the Raider recruited yet? And if not, that makes it more valuable. And finally, what is your goal when jumping into crypto Raiders? If you have any questions, please leave a comment below. Hit me up over on Twitch, on Discord, shoot me a DM over on Twitter. I'd be happy to help you out and answer any questions you may have. I hope you join the Crypto Raider community. Again, I do stream Monday, Wednesday, and every other Friday on Twitch. I'd love to have you come over there and ask me any questions while I am live. With all that said, I hope you have a great morning, a great day, a great night. God bless, be awesome, and we will see you next time. Peace.